successful season at Brown in 2008 is different than 2009 and different than 2010. Building a foundation even stronger each year based on the work that's come beforehand is critical here. We'll start at the goalie position. Obviously, losing a first-team All-American is never easy to replace, but already this fall we've seen Matt Chris, a junior from the Gilman School, already emerging as our leader from the back. Did an outstanding job out at San Francisco when we took on UNC, and he's somebody that has been the great role model as a second stringer. He's been so invaluable for us for 2 years, knowing he was never really going to play a meaningful minute. He came to practice and brought it every day. Defensively, we return a lot. I like what we've got there with Captain Jake Westerman, the vocal leader and sort of a team leader schemes, organizing us, getting us through things. Peter Fallon had an All-American season last year. We've put him in the center of our clear, actually, and we throw him the ball, throwing it into the high post in basketball, and he can kick it out, kick it in. He does a great job, very poised. Matt Greenberg, a junior, has done a lot of great things for us. He's really emerged after a couple of years of finding some playing time as a long stick midi, as a man-down specialist. At the pole position, Jake Hardy, senior, comes back. He's been a 3-year starter for us as a long stick midi. Scored a couple goals last year, big goals against Delaware and Hofstra. Now he's got actually competition. You know, you're a 3-year starter. How often can you feel heat for playing time? Well, step in Roger Ferguson, freshman from St. Albans, one of the top recruits in the country, and someone we're very fortunate to have. Roger's already made an impact with us. We anticipated it, and he's come through even more so. We do have Andrew Feinberg. Really excited about what he brings. Why is it that the man who scores 42 goals as a sophomore and 21 as a freshman is the one who's always on the practice field by himself with a bucket of ball shooting? There's no secret recipe here. You see why he is so successful. He is driven to be great. Probably our biggest overall threat, though, is Thomas Muldoon. Thomas is mostly an attackman for us, but we've brought him out of the midfield at times. He's a dynamic dodger who can get to the goal. He is someone who will make a defense turn their head. You can see his performances in big games this year where he stepped up, and whether we were down a couple goals or we were up a couple goals, we wanted the ball in his stick. A couple other names: Collins Carey, great vision, sees everybody else. He's one of those players that makes everyone else better. Rob Schlesinger was a freshman this past year, played defensive midfield for us. He's an attackman in high school, probably an offensive midfielder in college. We make him a D-midi in 2009 just to get him on the field, and he came through for us. One more name I'll throw in there is a transfer, David Hawley. He comes to us from Williams College. His first 2 years of college lacrosse at Williams, he scored 76 goals. No matter what level you're playing, 76 goals is impressive. It starts right off with Hofstra. Hofstra's been on the schedule. They continue to improve. Seth Tierney, Joe Amplo, Rakowski, that staff is doing a great job building that program. Brown UMass, and it's always a battle. And so we're fortunate to have that game still on the schedule. And then going down to Durham, fortunate to have the #1 team in the preseason on our schedule. What a great challenge for us. You can think about every team, who's their nemesis or who's somebody that they've got to be careful for, but don't get a whole lot of respect nationally for beating. Well, for us, it's been Providence over the last 3 years, and now Bryant this past year. I think this is probably the most exciting for the fan and anxious for the coach year that's been out there for many years. This has been such turnover that it seems to be wide open. Our next goal, which is always consistent with pursuing the Ivy League championship, is winning an NCAA tournament game. Now, obviously, we want to do more than that, but what is the next step for our program? I've challenged the men. If we're going to dream bigger in 2010, build a bigger foundation, which means working even harder than we did in 2009, which isn't going to be easy because we worked our butts off in 2009, and spending more time on our own in the offseason, in those December and January months where we're still not together. But if we can build a bigger and stronger foundation, then we can dream even bigger.